Hello friend, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Kimberly. Today I want to make some hummus. Now these are some garbanzo beans that I sprouted and canned. I didn't grow them, but I want to turn them into some delicious hummus. And I was inspired by finding these nice sesame seeds at a local market. I'd like to try making my own tahini. If you tuned into my video about making peanut butter, I mentioned that I have a hard time finding a good quality tahini locally. And so I want to start by trying to make my own in the Vitamix, just like I've made the peanut butter, and then use it to make the hummus. So let's get started here. When I make hummus, I like to use my shorter 4-cup Vitamix container instead of the big 8-cup because I find it easier to get the hummus out. These look good. I hope they taste as good as they look. Okay. If this works, I'm going to be really excited to have some tahini on hand and to know I can make it myself. It seems like it's working, but it's struggling just a little bit, so what I'd like to do is add, like I do with my peanuts, just a tiny bit of oil to see if I can help it work through the blades a little bit better. It shouldn't negatively impact the final product. So let me do that. So just a little bit. I think I've added about a half a teaspoon. Let's see if that helps. I really think this is going to work. I'm excited. Let me add just a tiny bit more oil. I don't think we're quite there yet, but already it's looking better than any I've seen for sale locally. I think by running the Vitamix a little bit longer, we'll be able to get this into a smoother consistency. Let's keep trying. Seems to be taking longer grinding up these little sesame seeds than it does to grind up the peanuts. But we're getting there. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more oil. Hopefully this will do it. So the texture still is not as smooth as I would like it to be. I don't know if I'm going to get it any smoother though. It's not quite what I'm hoping for. But I don't know whether blending it longer is going to do it. I do think that once I add my other ingredients for the hummus, that the tahini that I'm going to leave in the Vitamix container is going to blend up more smooth. But this isn't quite the tahini that I want to put away in my jar as my tahini. I will try blending it one more time. Let's do that. Check. I'm still not getting the consistency that I desire. but I don't see that we're gonna get any further. So I'm gonna be happy with this for now. Put the tahini in the jar. I've got a high-speed blender, but maybe I need a higher speed blender to really get a nice smooth tahini. So before I start making the hummus, I'm going to blend up this other package of sesame seeds that I have. And then this, making the hummus will be a great way to clean all the residue out of my container so that nothing goes to waste. Well, I do think we're going to be able to make good hummus out of this, but as far as just having tahini for other uses, this just isn't what I was hoping for, isn't the result I was wanting. But there's nothing gained if you don't try, so I'm glad I gave it a shot. So I'm going to scrape most of this out of here and just leave the residue for my recipe. I'm wanting to keep approximately 1/3 of a cup, but a little extra isn't going to hurt anything. So you can see what I have left in the container. Really tight seal. Now I'd like to reserve a little bit of this liquid. I might not want to use all of it. So I'll set that aside and add it as needed. What I usually like to do when I make hummus is roast red peppers to go inside to blend in with it, but I didn't have any today, so we're just going to make it plain. So to that I'm going to add some garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so I'm going to put 3 cloves in there. And I have some lemon juice. Now this is from our own lemon trees, but I've frozen the lemon juice into little ice cubes and I've been letting it thaw here a little bit. I don't know if I'll need all of those, but I'm going to start with that much. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, maybe about a teaspoon. I always end up adjusting the flavor after I've got it blended. And I usually end up adding more garlic, more lemon, and more salt. So I'm going a little heavy on those. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin. I want to scrape down the sides a little bit, but this is already looking fantastic. Just want to make sure everything is well incorporated. I can see just a little bit of the tahini residue on the sides of the container. So I'm going to scrape that off. Okay, this is blended up nicely. Now I just want to give that a taste. That's really good. Wow. I don't know that I need to add anything to that. Maybe just a little more lemon. I think I do want to add the rest of this lemon. And then a little bit more salt. I'm glad I drained off the extra liquid from my chickpeas because I didn't need all of that. This texture is already good. I like that. And it turned out really nice and creamy. So the tahini blended nice and smooth once I blended it with the rest of the ingredients. So I think this tahini is going to work really good for me, at least for this application, or maybe any application where I'm going to blend it well. So that has a great flavor. Let me get that dished up. Look at that. I've got carrots in the garden as well as cucumbers in the greenhouse, and this will make a wonderful dip with those vegetables. So there you go. There's hummus with homemade tahini. I think I will be doing it this way again, unless I can find a better source for purchasing my tahini. I think this is going to work for me. So thank you for joining me, friend. I hope you'll make your own hummus. Even if you don't make your own tahini, you might have a good source where you live where you can buy it. Bye, friend.